Welcome back. It's Middays with Marcus Maven, 8150. 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station. Are you nervous at being on the stage and getting such a big bump on the AP poll? I'm sorry, that's terrible. Is going to add pressure to... It sounds terrible, doesn't it?
No, you sound fine, R2. Just keep it up.
I'm glad you said that. People, temperature control is one of the most valuable resources one can have. If you agree, then DFH Company is the company for you. Simply dial 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Inquire about their Mitsubishi Mini Split for that hard to heat, hard to cool room in your home. Again, 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com.
Also, Louisville basketball takes on Wake Forest Wednesday. You can join Marcus Maben for the Louisville basketball pregame show at 7:30 on 680 and 105.7. Immediately after the game, catch the U of L Health postgame show with myself, Steve Rummage, around 10:30 on 93.9 The Ville. We're the first place that'll take your calls and hear live from Chris Mack. Also, this weekend, want to remind you, the NFL playoffs are going to keep rolling this weekend on ESPN Louisville's once again your home for Super Bowl 55 and the exclusive home of the Baltimore Ravens and the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts are no longer playing. So on Saturday, we got Rams Packers on 93.9 The Ville. Ravens at Bills on 93.9 The Ville. Sunday, we got Bucks Chiefs be on both stations and Bucks Saints. I'm sorry, Browns Chiefs. And then Bucks Saints will be on both stations. Lamar and the Ravens are presented by Liquor Barn, where Kentuckians go to celebrate life. Body Armor Sports Drink, only you can. That's available at Kroger. The Raven, Molly Malone St. Matthews, the official Lamar bar all season, and the NFL playoffs on ESPN Louisville, presented by Caesars, Southern Indiana, Papa John's, and UPS Jobs.
So the reason I was glad that you called me R2, for those who don't know, people, we're getting a little staticky voice sound on air.
We got a new studio coming.
We do have a new studio coming. Actually, it's here. They just haven't done the final touches.
It's kind of like both ours.
We'll just keep it on the other side of it.
We're just going to keep it over there.
Are you excited about that or nervous about the move?
Thrilled. I think it's going to be awesome. Just opening things up, the TVs on both sides, the TV behind Brian.
Are we going to have like a remote control and things that work on TV?
No, it's going to be great. And the window for me, I'm a natural light guy though. Like I love natural light. I keep my windows open. Like, I'm just, that's how I like things, man. So
what are we going to take with this? Is it going to be the OPC? What are we going to take and what are we going to leave behind?
I don't know. I told Nate Huber, I like this. I was like, man, we got to get another one of those put up somewhere.
Somebody said in the background, they're sick of looking at me with the OPC services. No, not the OPC part, but just the blank background.
Well, the YouTube channel will get an upgrade because Brian Hall will start being a regular on the YouTube.
On camera.
Yeah. Because the way the new studio is set up, we're with the light, the window, we're going to have to turn it to where you can see Brian Hall, myself, and Marcus, all three. So it'll be a new setup there. So you'll be able to kind of get I think it will be good for the YouTube channel.
I'm excited for it. I just thought we'd be in it about 3 months ago.
I was ready to start the summer in it, and I was ready to start the football season in it, and then I was going to start the basketball season in it, and then I was going to kick the new year off in it, and
maybe we'll get here by next
tourney
time.
Yeah, tourney time. Super Bowl.
Steve, do you know any Star Wars fans? Any big time Star Wars fans?
I'm married to the queen. Yeah.
Well, if anybody knows any Star Wars fans, let me pass along an event coming up pretty soon. The reason I'm passing this to you along to you early is because demand is going to pick up for a spot at a Star Wars event. For those of you who love the Star Wars theme, want a cool experience, and you may be married to a Star Wars head, for lack of a better word. 4 pegs on the 31st. May the forks be with you. A Star Wars themed brunch, January 31st from 10 o'clock to 3 o'clock at 4 Pegs.
I'm in.
Make your reservation soon. This will sell out. Get a pen right now and write down this number.
Lock me in, Chris.
The number is area code 502-634-1447. Now, I'm telling you, nobody appreciates brunches until you actually go to them. Brunch, sometimes it has a negative connotation, but 10 to 3 brunch on January 31st, Star Wars themed, is going to be something different. You're going to get brownie points if you know somebody who would enjoy anything Star Wars kind of flavor.
So wait a second. Are we going to get Star Wars themed food?
Listen, there's a reason that this man has been on television shows, has won television reality TV shows.
Oh, he's the man.
For his cooking,
Sure.
for his creativity, for his presentation, and all that good stuff. There's a reason nobody complains when you say 4 Pegs. Oh, Chris Williams. Oh, yeah. There's a reason that you have a jewel, you have a gem right inside of your city at 1153 Goss Avenue. There's a reason this guy's, a name around here. So when he puts an event together, he's all in. So again, let me give you this number one more time. Make your reservations now, because if you wait, listen, there'll probably be people from out of town coming in. It'll probably be dignitaries coming in. You know what I'm saying? It'll probably be a big thing. So I'm giving you the opportunity right now. Get an inside job, inside gig. 502-634-1447. A Star Wars themed brunch on January 31st.
Sold.
Pass that along.
Sold.
Are you guys taking the Mac press conference?
We are at 11:35. We'll have JJ Trainer right here on 93.9 The Ville, and that will lead into the Chris Mack press conference.
What do you expect to hear from Coach Mack? Anything new?
No, I think you're going to look for some confirmation on Charles.
Is that all people want to hear about? Okay,
Sam
press conference. There's going to be Sam. How is he practicing? How are you going to make it translate to a game?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be listening to, does he sound like he has attitude with Sam still?
Yeah. I think I want to hear what his
I'm going to get on
Nickelberry.
Should I? I'm listening.
He might ask, has he earned more playing time? Somebody might ask that.
What do you think he'll answer with?
I think he has. I mean, the guy plays with heart. I mean, he's a little bit smaller than some of the guys out there, but you can tell he took a couple charges. He was willing to stand in there. Effort's there. I like it.
I love Josh Nickelberry out there.
How challenging is the transition mentality from McDonald's high school standout to college level competition?
I couldn't get around Damian Dantzler when I got to school. I couldn't get around. I've never had a 6'9" guy be able to stay in front of me. The first time you run into a 6'9" human, that can stay in front of you, it'll do something to you.
Yeah, that is cool. I think that you probably transitioned very well in that.
What is wrong with our microphones, guys?
If you want me to turn off
your microphone,
mic
don't
unplug the back and plug it back in.
Don't
Steve talks.
Don't put this on my precious mic. My mic's fine. I don't know what you've been doing to your mic over there. We'll see if this works.
Who knows?
Good to go.
He's back.
The transition is really, really difficult. Just ask BJ Boston.
So Josh, Sam. I mean, there's nothing you can say about Carleek and David, right? Well, what's he gonna say? I mean, I plan on playing them a lot. They'll probably start.
No, but okay.
Malik. Update on Malik.
I'm gonna ask you, Coach Steve Rummage playing a role of Coach Mack.
Yes.
Are you worried about the minutes that you have been playing David Johnson and Carleek Jones that they're going to wear down late season? Because you do have a reputation around here of guys kind of getting maybe falling off towards the end of the year.
Well, I do think people are scarred. And by the way, Marcus, thank you for the question. I do think that people are scarred a little bit by the previous coach.
I was being Tim Sullivan. I wasn't being Marcus.
Okay, Tim. Well, thank you, Tim. I do think that people are scarred a little bit from the previous coach and the style that he played, where it would be really tough for a point guard or point guards to play 38 and 40 minutes a game, right? Even though the year he did it, he won a national championship. But it was, I can see where that can be an issue. My style is a little more in the half court. We like to push it offensively, but defensively, we play a lot of defense. But here's the thing. A lot of our defense is deny. So that means usually there's one guy every possession that's kind of chasing, right? So you get a break here and there. So I'm not too worried about that. But the addition of Charles Menlin will allow us to move Josh Nickelberry up a little bit, I think, to give David and Carleek a few extra minutes, because really we only need to find about 4 or 5 minutes for them a game. So
what has Jalen Withers improved the most since the beginning of the season, and where would you like to see his development increase?
Well, I think Jalen's still a little soft, but he's finding ways to be soft and still be efficient, and that is a start. That's a start. Now, once we get Malik back next week, he will. This is my Chris Mack interview. But we're gonna play Malik on Wednesday. So
I mean, just give it a go.
Yeah. No. Yeah, just get out there and play. If Jalen Waddle can play, you can play, right? So
they were ready to unload when Waddle came. When Waddle got hurt,
he was not hurt. They kind of called him out on air too, by the way. They were like, "Yeah, no." He said he was feeling no pain at all, and said he's got full range of motion
before the game.
No, during the game. So
he just took a little.
The sideline announcer, she said, "Yeah, Jalen Waddle said, he's got full range of motion. He's feeling no pain. He's been feeling good for a couple of weeks." And I'm like, "Okay, Jalen, like I feel you, but I get it. You're hoppling around. You look heroic out here." but yet he would make a catch, and he was like,
did he have the basketball limp?
I think it was more awkward for him because he does have a plate in there. So I think it was more awkward than he was hurting, because then Herb Street and them tried to play it up. They're like, "He's in pain. You can see it in his face." And he was like, "Well, he's not. I think he's just awkward. I think he has a plate in his ankle now." So he's like, it's different. Yeah, it feels different, when he's running. So, but yeah, anyways. Yeah, so Jalen has found ways to be efficient, even, being a soft ASS. But it's like, so good. We're going to he's going to hold it down and we're going to bump him up.
Okay, so Coach, you have to be thankful that you weren't playing against a full Kentucky squad. Now that they're, getting it rolling, do you thank the sports guys that you didn't have to play them?
Every day. When I watch the phenomenal specimens that is that team, and when you see them beating 3, really powerhouses this year in Mississippi State, Vandy, and Florida, it frightens you on a nightly basis, and you're just glad that you got out of there with the win, and and kudos to them, and kudos to John being the greatest thing walking.
Joe, thanks.
And kudos to his little transfer.
Joe, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away.
Fellas, yeah, just real quick on last night, the championship game. I don't know what you guys' thoughts are exactly, but man, to me, it's like I used to get so into college football and excited about it. Even when Louisville, obviously I watch all the Louisville games, but even just obviously the national championship or the playoffs or whatever. But man, college football has become so stale, man. It's like, to me, I'm like, every year, man, it's basically the same 4 or 5 teams. And at the end, it's going to be Bama or Clemson or some combination of that and Ohio State and whatever. And it's just like, I keep thinking, and I watched these two teams last night littered with 4 and 5-star kids. And I'm thinking, man, will Louisville ever have a shot to make the playoffs in my lifetime? Because the talent is so big as far as the gap between those programs and us. It's like, I feel like we're so far off, man, from where we're at. I hate to be Debbie Downer, but
no, you don't. No, you don't, Joel. No, you don't.
I do. Because, I mean, my thing is, like I said, Marcus, it's just like, I look at the NFL playoffs, man. They added a couple wild card spots. MLB does it. I get into that more. It's just like, man, college football, I don't know what you do, what the answer is. I'm not calling in with the answer, but it just seems so stale, man. Because even these power or the New Year's Six Bowls, I mean, heck, if you can't get a good matchup against Florida, Oklahoma, and that's not a good game, I mean, what in the heck are we doing, man? I mean, it feels like a stale product. I don't know what you guys think
Joe,
about
what makes you happiest in your sports life outside of Louisville basketball being good right now? What brings you joy?
Well, I'm a Bucks fan, man. So
do you think they're going to win a championship?
Tampa?
Yeah.
I don't think this year they will. I think if Tampa's going to make a run as far as a deep run in the playoffs, I could see it happening next year after the full year of Brady being there and being with those guys for a full year, and all those guys get some kind of playoff experience. Obviously, Brady and Gronk have it, but a lot of those guys don't. So I don't see this year it happening, but I could see next year being a deep run. But that's what I think about for Tampa. But I mean, again, I'm born and raised in Tampa, man. So I mean, I've had a good year with the Rays going to the World Series, the Lightning won the Cup, and the Bucks going to the playoffs. But I don't know. I just feel like that's what makes the NCAA tournament so great. It's like you have all these different teams, and you just get excited about the underdog and things like that. And I just feel like college football in its current state, it's like it's so predictable. I know before the season starts, there's going to be that same 4 or 5 mix of teams that have a chance to win it all. And I don't know, if that's just whatever. I'm just kind of blah on it at this point. I mean, obviously I'll watch every Louisville game, and obviously I'm not the fan that's they just made the war. That's it. Obviously I'll be excited, but it's just like, man, I hate feeling like where we're at now and what the teams I see out there on the top, we're so far away from that, man. And it just stinks. I mean, that's just my thoughts on it, man. You guys have a good one.
Appreciate the call, Joe.
Joel, do you or do you not think a comet will hit the Earth in the next? Like, well, a lot of things are going good, but there's this asteroid out in space that's headed straight for Earth.
Well, the U.S. is supposed to reveal all their UFO information in the next 6 months. So
that's right. And then when they do that, they're going to let them all out of Area 51, and then we'll probably all be in alien captivity by this time next year.
Joel just said, "I'm a Tampa Bay born and raised." I mean, the Lightning, the Tampa Bay Lightning, they
just won the Cup.
Yeah.
The Rays
won
the World Series.
The World Series, and and Tom Brady. We've only had the best chance to win since Warren Sapp. But I mean, they really need some playoff experience to.
And this Louisville team, I mean, look, they'll never be there. And in the college football playoffs, Joel, you could expand it to 100. And do you know who was going to be winning the national championship? Alabama. I was like, Joel, were we not like talking good about the basketball team? And like, I like Joel too. But it's like, was this not
Joel's Tampa Bay team? He literally watched the worst team in MLB go from worst and a year and a half being the championship.
No, me and Ennis talked all the time. I kind of joked to them. I'm like, dude, I literally forget Tampa Bay has a baseball team. And he was like, I know, because Ennis is from around there, right? Yeah. So I'm like, no, and I don't mean that toward shade towards him. I was like, man, I forget that the Rays are there. And it was like, I just like my team. Maybe they suck. Maybe our team sucks.
Softball Dad Dustin, thanks for joining us on 93.9. What's on your mind?
Man, I really thought twice about calling, but apparently we should have thought like 3 times. So peach, focus, no pumpkin spice. Steve,
Nope.
what's going on?
Well, they don't make it yet. We'll have to talk to the guys over there at Focus. And
No. I just meant like coffee or something, or maybe even a hot chocolate, something more up your alley.
Well, I've been trying to cut a few carbs out at the beginning of the year here, so I've kind of taken a little coffee sabbatical. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not judging. I'm just asking.
Yeah.
So look, I've always been a glass half full, not near to the extent of Marcus, which is why you're great for the show, because you tamp him down just a touch.
Good.
But is Joel okay? Did he not take his medicine this morning?
Oh, Joel.
No, Joel. Joel is perfectly fine. That's the point. You heard the best version of Joel.
Well, I mean, goodness gracious. I mean, we're in a global pandemic. 1, 2. I mean, these are babies, right? That's what we're referring to them as. They're babies.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just everybody sit back, relax. It's all going to be good. And look, they're going to be sneaky. Well, daggone. That was going to be sneaky athletic. I didn't mean to do that. No, everybody just sit back and have fun, man. This is a fun team to watch. My goodness, just the development and watching them progress and grow. And it's every game to game to game. It's different and better for the better. And kudos to Coach Mack. He's pulling off not a magic show, because he's got a ton of weapons. He's not, 10 deep like Coach Walls, but he's going to be sooner than later.
No, I listen.
That's all I got.
No. Listen, I appreciate the call. You do got to give him his constant props, though.
Mm-hmm.
You do have to give him, because there it goes again. I tell you what, we'll take our last commercial break so we can stay on schedule when the news conference comes. Middays with Marcus Maven on 939 The Bill.
Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider and are only available if the provider determines a prescription is appropriate. Subscription required. See website for full details and important safety information.
Hey guys, good news. The outrageously expensive little blue pill is now generic, which means you can get the prescription medication to treat ED at affordable prices. And Hims makes it extra affordable. You pay just $30 for a month's supply. And right now, get your first online doctor's visit totally free when you go to forhims.com/real. That's right. Free, 0 copay, no expensive appointments, no awkward face-to-face conversations to get your prescription. Hims connects you to doctors online who can evaluate you and, if appropriate, prescribe your ED medication. And a pharmacy sends it right to your door. Hims makes it affordable, private, and incredibly easy. Nobody likes dealing with ED. Now, thanks to Hims, nobody has to. And that's really good news. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, forhims.com/real. That's forhims.com/real for your free online visit. forhims.com/real.
Have you been in a car wreck? Insurance companies can be really tough to deal with on your own. I'm Sam Aguiar, and our team is here to help. We have been fortunate enough to represent thousands of people from Kentucky communities, and we would love to speak with you about your potential case. Our team loves what we do. The consultation for you is free, and we don't charge you anything unless we win the case for you. So come be a part of our team. Our phone number is easy, 502-888-8888. 502-888-8888.
Now that turning on the heat in your home is a common event, if you're not sure your heating system is ready for the winter months ahead, it may be time to call who we call at the station DFH Company. Heating and cooling has been their family business since 1935. This month from DFH, you can get 18 months special financing on qualified Trane comfort systems from the DFH Company. It's hard to start up a Trane, and it's hard to not call DFH Company today at 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Visit dfhcompany.com for complete program eligibility, dates, details, and restrictions. Subject to credit approval.
From collegiate to professional sports, the sports calendar is in full swing. And there's no better place to get in on all the action than with DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app. To celebrate this year's football playoffs, DraftKings is giving all new players the chance to bet on any of this weekend's professional football games at 100-1 odds. That's right, all you have to do is bet $1 on any football game this weekend. And if your team wins, you cash in $100. Download the top-rated DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use promo code WLCL when you sign up to get 100-1 odds on any football game this weekend. That's code WLCL for new players to get a shot at $100 on any football action this weekend for a limited time. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older. Indiana only. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT.
When you can't get to Double Dogs, bring Double Dogs to you. All you need to do is fetch and go. With choices like Black Angus burgers, wings tossed in homemade sauces, and dog bowl nachos. Double Dogs will make sure everyone in your family can enjoy their favorites. Now offering family-style dinner deals for a limited time. See our menu at www.doubledogs.biz and then give us a call to order. Come pick your order up curbside today at the Middletown Commons location. Take the night off and let Double Dogs do the cooking with Fetch and Go.
Oh, ship! I need to get this package downtown by noon.
Don't worry. There's a brand new on-demand delivery service by Z-Trip. It's Z Shipping.
Are you shipping me?
No, we're shipping your packages.
For the quickest, affordable, on-demand courier service, visit zshipping.com. zshipping.com. Let Z-Ship help you with your delivery needs. That's zshipping.com.
Mark Ennis here, telling you about my friends at Bosch Lawn Care. For the past few years, I've trusted Bosch Lawn Care with my yard maintenance at my house. That's mowing, weed eating, trimming bushes, cleaning mulch installation, and much more. Get yourself out of hours of work in the yard when you could be kicking back and enjoying time with your family and friends. Call 833-2GET-CUT. That's 833-243-8288, or visit them online at BoschLawnCare.com. Trust the lawn experts I trust. They're professional, affordable. Bosch Lawn Care.
This is Drew Diener, and you're listening to 93.9 The Ville, live from the OPC Services Studio.
For Marcus Maben, 8150. 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station. How much Kentucky, Alabama are you going to watch tonight? Were the players out celebrating all night so the game's going to get canceled? Or Kentucky has an advantage because they were partying because of the championship they just won? Or it's going to make the basketball team more motivated to do their part?
I'll be honest with you. I probably will keep an eye on it from afar tonight. Kenny Omega is going to be on Impact Wrestling again tonight. So
that's the new hotness.
Well, they've got that little thing with AEW. They're kind of doing the different stuff, and there's some things happening over in Japan where his old best friend Kota Ibushi just won the title. Be kind of a dream match thing. So lots going on there. So I'm kind of keeping up with that. Yeah, and since WWE is absolute hot trash, especially Monday nights, Friday nights not too bad. What they're doing on Friday nights is pretty good. Monday nights is the worst it's been in years. So I'll probably be keeping an eye on that.
It's a 9 o'clock game.
Oh, is it 9 o'clock? Well, I might see a little more.
Yeah, so
okay, I thought it was a 7
yours
o'clock
might
game.
be over by the time.
Yeah, I might check some of it out because. Again, I'm kind of past.
Do you want to check it out to see if you're still in the?
Yeah, I don't think they are a title contender this year. Like, I mean, they might get it together. Heck, I don't know. They might make a tournament. I don't know. I mean, their conference is terrible, so I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility that they win enough games, or but I don't think they're like a threat because at some point you're not going to be able to play SEC teams anymore, and you're going to get in the tournament, and you're going to get beat. It's very simple. So,
will they make it to a KCD?
No, they won't make it out the first weekend if they got in. But I mean, it's like, I mean, maybe. But again, they still got a lot. I mean, they've beaten nothing yet. So I mean,
so you're not sold that they got it together anyway?
Yeah, I mean they haven't beat anybody yet. I mean, Mississippi State's probably the best team they beat, right?
And that was what, double overtime?
Yeah, I mean, so I don't. Florida with Keontae Johnson, if that never happens, Florida's probably the best.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, he's an SEC Player of the Year guy. So yeah, I'm not real. We'll see. I mean, I don't know. I mean, they build up Alabama a lot bigger than I think everybody else in the country does. Like, I hear them talking like, well, if they beat Alabama now, that's when we'll know. Okay. Well, I don't know. Alabama's all that good, but would you be scared to play Alabama today?
Not for a shot at the championship.
Okay. Right.
But they did beat Ohio State pretty good last night.
I know, right? Yes. So it's like, okay. All right, cool.
What do you expect to hear from JJ Traynor?
Oh, I don't know. I'll be interested to hear kind of how he's handling.
Is he going to get asked, do you expect to see more playing time?
Well, because he was the one that kind of at the beginning of the year, it was like, oh, JJ. And then it's like, not that he's doing anything wrong when he's in the game, but his minutes have shrunk. Whereas, I mean, the first 2-3 games, we're like, dang, he may be starting,
Has his minutes shrunk because Jalen's playing better?
Yeah, I think it's no doing of his own. I don't think it's any doing of his own, man. I think he's doing well when he's in there. I think it's just right now you're behind.
He is so aggressive when he gets the ball.
100%. Yeah. I mean, I just think there's little things, little bitty play. Like the margin for him is so small right now, it feels like just little things where like when Lance Ware elbows you in the face, you don't draw that foul. When like maybe there's, because he does well, maybe better than anybody on the team right now out of the bigs, gathering himself, getting the ball and going back up and scoring. He's not afraid to get blocked. So, I mean, he'll go up on you. I just think it's little things, just little things here and there that, but I think that would be an interesting conversation.
Do you read anything into him getting chosen to do the press conference?
No, probably it's his turn.
I don't know.
I mean, it might be.
I think you stick him up there and you start making him handle the spotlight a little bit.
Yeah, sure.
I wouldn't be surprised if we saw. Listen, when you go back and look at that tape and you see him get in the game and go straight at his man and get that and one,
he's doing well. Yeah, that's why I say. I mean, it's not like one of them things where you're like, well, I mean, even in the Kentucky game, he got in, he did really well. I mean, Virginia Tech, when he got in, he played well.
And listen, if he's going to be a handful like that, if he's going to make an offensive player stop him, think about it. He got in the lane and did that little jump hook and left it short. That was a big time move.
Sure.
To get in that lane and get a point blank jump hook over his right shoulder, jumped high to get it off. You know what I'm saying?
I totally agree.
Be careful with him.
Yeah.
Be careful with him.
Let me see if this audio works real quick. He's here. 1 second.
Okay.
All right, keep talking. We got an issue. Hold on.
Okay. Yeah, we're trying to take the interview of JJ Traynor.
Mm-hmm.
We are prepping to take the interview for Coach Mack. We will stay here. We're not going to just throw to the interview session. And
no, I kind of want to hear it. I mean, I'm interested in what they have to say today. This is a big week, man. This is a week with 2 games that I think you can win. I think should. These 2 games you should win.
Do you need to jump on and ask Coach Mack what personally about Aiden Negay?
Being a seasoned big man like myself, Coach Mack, Steve Rummage, by the way, kind of a finesse guy, a lot like Mike Pegues. Just kind of curious of what does Aiden have to do? No, actually, that to me, Aiden's not even a conversation anymore.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Defensively, I'm like,
no,
I think there's no way he knows his defensive rotation.
That's what I say. I'm just like, that's not really a conversation anymore for me. I like with what we're doing. Malik is going to be back, in the next month or so. So, I mean, that's going to kind of heal that issue. So I'm just, to me, when I say I don't care about Aiden anymore, it's not that I don't care, because I think Aiden could still. I think he shows enough where if he sticks around here, I think he can be a good player. And he's basically getting a red shirt year this year. I mean, so I'm okay with it, and I mean, I like what he does, but I would like to see, I would like to hear, right. I would like to hear though, just a little bit more, about, like you said, with the Sam stuff, with the Menlin stuff. I think
the number one
two
subject is Menlin. Number 2 subject is Sam.
Yeah.
Number 3 subject is rankings.
And how they're going to handle that.
Yeah, he's going to blow that off.
Yeah. Maybe Josh, if Josh can start to help a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. Number 4 is going to be Josh. Number 5 is going to be offense or offensive tempo or something.
Yeah, because it was quicker last game. It was quicker. You could see that there was an attempt to do more.
All right, we got it.
Okay, we'll take it.
All right, let's do it. JJ Trainer.
I may have missed a shot for the red team, and he'd be like, forget that, next shot, or stuff like that, or keep your head up, or things like that to keep me going and build confidence in myself. And I appreciate him for a lot of that. He's a good leader.
Other questions for JJ? To Michael and Shannon after that.
Hey, JJ, Michael McCammon from Cardinal Authority here. As you are progressing, what's Chris Mack and the coaching staff, what are they telling you to focus on? What's been your primary focus as the season has been going on to get you, I guess, more minutes on the floor?
They just want me to focus on being tough. They believe in my skill set. They believe in my talents. So they just want me to continue being tough and don't let my weight be a reason why I missed that block out or I let someone score on me. So they emphasize that a lot with me, and they get on me a lot about that. And then just continue to build muscle and work with Coach Keller. But overall, they like everything I'm doing, and they just want me to keep improving.
Shannon?
Kind of piggybacking off of that, how has your physique changed since you arrived at Louisville? And I don't know if it really matters, but how much weight have you put on since you've come here? And how do you feel physically now that you're 9 games into the season?
When I first got here, I was about 181. Since like May, when I started working with the nutritionist and Keller, and I'm about up to 200 now. And we just want to keep going up. I feel a lot different out there. Obviously, I still have a long way to go, but just continue to get stronger has helped me a lot and really improved my game.
To Russ?
Yeah, JJ, Russ Brown, Kentucky Today. You guys are the only team in the league with 3 road wins already. You got an opportunity to pick up 2 more. Kind of unusual for a young team. How do you explain that kind of success away from
home? I think it goes to coaches. They prepare us so well for everything. Lots of, we're prepared. Like when we go there, we know what this guy does. We know what that guy likes to do. So yeah, we're away, but I feel like we're comfortable. And we need to come out better. We've been struggling coming out, but we never really panic because we're comfortable. Trusting each other, trusting the coaches, and everybody just pushes through it.
To Joe.
Yeah, JJ. I know it's your first year working in Chris Mack's system and this defensive system, but in your opinion, how do you think the length that you guys have, especially on the wings and at guard, help you defend in a hybrid pack line defensive?
It helps us a lot. I really like our defense because to other teams, it's like they have no opening, so they can't drive on us. They feel like they can't drive on us, and that's why most teams shoot threes majority of the game. And our length helps us be in passing lanes and alter shots and deflect passes. really helps us get on the fast break. But I think the defense is perfect for a team like us, who's very long and athletic.
All right, I think that's it for JJ. Appreciate your time, JJ. We'll be back soon with Coach Mack.
That blew my ears. That was JJ Trainer.
Yeah.
He sounds pretty confident.
Yeah.
He sounds like the coaches are pretty confident in him.
Yeah.
Says they believe in my talent. They believe in my skill set. Just don't want my. This is what I was thinking. This was a takeaway, Steve. You know how I always say it takes some kind of insecurity to like turn somebody into a great something, right?
Yeah.
Just has something deep down and just insecure about and makes you overcompensate.
Right.
To be great. I think his size is going to make him overcompensate and turn him into like the most physical player like next year or towards the end of the year, right?
Yeah.
Just because, like I said, Coach Mack is saying, don't let your weight, dictate a missed box out or something like that.
No, you can tell that they definitely believe in him and his ability. And the fact that somebody like a Coach Mack, who is so strong on blocking out, is so strong on that, to me, that was almost JJ giving us a little inside baseball there with them coming to him and saying, hey, okay, you missed that one. That's on us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we have to get you stronger. You were in perfect position. You're right where you needed to be. You did everything right. You just got to be stronger. And that's on my guys. That's on me.
Yeah. Help us help you.
Yeah. Like I watch my son sometimes, and there was plays where he did everything perfect, but he was a touch slow. And I'm like, okay, at 11, I'll take the blame for that. I got to get you in training. I got to get you in something here to get you faster. And I think that's what you hear there. So it sounds like the coaching staff is really pleased with JJ. That's good. It's good to hear too. So we're waiting around a little bit here just for a few minutes. We'll have Coach Mack should be up here probably in the next couple minutes. And we'll go straight to him whenever he gets there. But yeah, I mean, again, it was good to hear that from JJ. So it sounds like he's on track. And then from Coach Mack, like I said, we talked about it a minute ago. We'll be hearing a little bit. Prepping for tomorrow again. I said this before the press conference started. It's 2 games you should probably win. It's not the world crusher if you lose one of them, but 2 that I feel like you're going to probably be favored on the road. You can have 5 wins on the road. You heard somebody there ask, you're the only ACC team with 3 road wins. You could end the week with 5 road wins, and then next week I got 2 home games against FSU and Duke. This can be a big little run here for Louisville that could kind of solidify them as a top 4 or 5 seed in the NCAA tournament.
Are they hot right now?
I don't feel like that. It doesn't feel like that, right? It feels like they're winning sustainable, man. It feels like the defense, they're winning in a way. It's not like, oh, man, they're just hitting a bunch of threes right now. They're just on fire. This is going to come down. If anything, you feel like they're going to get better. It's a little bit different than what we saw before. I mean, it does feel like, hey,
Coach Mack.
All right, let's go to Coach Mack.
Hi, Chris, Russ Brown, Kentucky today. You mentioned yesterday on the ACC call that it's especially important to get off to good starts on the road. And of course, that hadn't happened the last couple of games. Has that been an emphasis this week? And what do you how do you reverse that?
There we go. Oh, good. Yeah, I think that's a little bit of a complex question, because I think when people think of good starts, bad starts, they just assume the score. Obviously, that's the part that matters. I get that. But, what caused the score? Is it your lack of communication? Is it something that we've gone over multiple days in a row that our guys should be able to execute on rep 1? Is it just lazy passes? What is leading to it? If it's tough shots that the other team's hitting, if you're doing everything that we feel like is necessary to win the game, if your guys are playing hard, but things just aren't bouncing your way, That's what I'm more concerned about when I say starting strong. Everybody wants to get out 10-0, but that's not always going to be the case. I just want to make sure that our team on the game floor looks the exact same as our team on the practice floor, with our communication, our readiness, our understanding what's happening on either end of the floor. And usually that it helps when you have a veteran team. So we've had to learn some things the hard way. I don't know how you work on that other than just to continue to address it, address those habits that maybe leak when the game starts, if that's your issue.
Kent?
Yeah, Chris, after last game, you said that you thought that Sam needs to just play harder. Two parts here. Number one, do you think, even though it's just been a few days, has he answered that bell in practice? And then when he does get to that point, what does that look like for you guys?
Yeah, I think that, Sam and I had a really good talk, coming off the heels of the Virginia Tech game. Obviously, he was disappointed that he wasn't any type of factor in the game. But, I just, as I told you guys, I told Sam the same thing. I'm not trying to pull any punches. We need greater effort from Sam. And I think when he gets lost in the game, whether that's physically rebounding, whether that's slashing to the rim, communicating his switches, just being immersed in the game and not worried about, is the ball finding him? And again, that isn't necessarily the issue. I don't want, to come across as though he's in his mind waiting for the ball to come to him. But I just know that happens to players a lot that know they have the ability to score. And I think if he gets lost in the other things that really matter for our team, hard plays on the ball, taking charges, rebounding on both ends of the floor, ball pressuring at his position when he's on defense, then good things tend to happen for guys. And I've really liked Sam's response over the last few days. As his coach, I'm hoping that it bodes well for him tomorrow. But if he gets off to a poor start, he's got to be able to mentally put that behind him and continue to do those things that I just talked about. And I think he's a lot further along doing that than he was a week ago with his mindset.
Go to Jeff and then Shannon.
Chris, I'm curious with the length that you guys have at guard and wing now with this roster, how does that help you defensively and philosophically what you're trying to do on the defensive end?
Well, I just think if you have length, you're a lot easier. It's a lot easier to cover ground, get deflections. So much of the game, Jeff, is ball screens defensively. You're put in a ton of different ones, all different angles. And generally, if that ball handler can throw a straight line pass, whether it's to the roll man or to the skip pass when a defender is helping on the roll, if they can throw straight line passes, it leads to bad closeouts, ball getting in the lane, and bad things happen. So I think with guys that we have on our team, our ability to close out with length, our ability to disrupt vision in ball screen situations, and also contest shots. I think that's a big deal. That leads to lower field goal percentage for an offense. And we're not a finished product by any means, but we've got some guys that certainly have good length.
Shannon.
So speaking of length, JJ Traynor, who we just spoke to, has been able to really use his wingspan to affect your defense. How do you think he has progressed just through his first 9 games in the college game, and where do you want him to improve?
Yeah, JJ is a freshman. He's going to have ups and downs. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't tickled pink in terms of what he's done this year. He's physically really behind. But as I told him in the very beginning of the year, if he can do whatever he can do to make sure that he doesn't get bullied off his spot, whether that's blocking out, whether that's cutting off a driver, he lacks physical strength. But the one thing that he doesn't lack is toughness. And a lot of times that's really hard to identify when you're recruiting a young man out of high school because they don't necessarily need to be physical. They can just hang around, in JJ's case, hang around the basket and block shots. But you never really see a talented body pushing against a guy in high school And JJ gets here and he's going against guys that are 3 and 4 years older than him. And I think he's done a marvelous job. He's got a ways to go, playing him a little bit out of position. At times he's playing, mostly the 5, which we've never envisioned him doing. But he can catch. I think at his best, he can finish lobs. He's intelligent. He's a great teammate, and he's taking in everything just like a freshman does and makes some mistakes here and there, but he's getting better and better.
To Matt and then Russ.
Hey, Coach, this is Matt McGavick with Sports Illustrated. I've got kind of a 2-part question for you. I know you guys don't really pay that much attention to the rankings, but one, were you kind of surprised to see you guys go up to number 16 after being unranked for 3 weeks? And then 2, do you think it is an accurate representation of where your team is at right now?
I don't really care about the rankings. I don't even think about how much, we jumped. I don't even know what we were ranked last week, if we were even ranked. So like that, I don't know. I care less. So the second part of your question probably isn't easy to answer for me because I could really care less about where we're ranked. I mean, next Monday, we'll have 3 more games under our belt in our league. We'll know a lot more about our team, and that's not to say that we'll have arrived or not arrived. It's a long process. I think, the ranking is great for recruiting. Your name's on the bottom line. But it incentivizes the team that you play, and it cannot entitle the team we are. So that's how I feel about the rankings.
To Russ.
Yeah, Chris, regardless of the slow start, you won 2 road games in the ACC, which obviously isn't easy to do. You've got 2 more coming up. Are you pleased with the approach this team is taking, being such a young team, to playing on the road, even though it's not the same as it has been in years past?
Yeah, it's not the same. But the one thing our team, doesn't lack on the sideline is spirit, is energy. I think it's needed when you go into empty buildings where it feels more like a scrimmage at times. But yeah, I mean, I think our team's got to get better on some details. We worked a lot over the weekend in situational work, up 1, 30 seconds to go, down 2, minute to go, because, we tend to not understand details, not execute details. And that goes with young players. That a great teacher is experience. And a lot of times it's failed experience that teaches you. And, we want to try to eliminate the failed experiences on game night and have them occur in practice and learn from them. But yeah, I mean, I like the approach, but I don't think we're nearly good enough right now to think that we can finish out and close out games just yet consistently.
Coach, that'll do it for today. Thank you for joining us, and thanks to everyone else for joining us.
Peace out, media.
All right. Didn't talk about anything I cared about, but
did we just listen to an entire press conference and nobody asked about Charles Millen or Malik Williams?
They're like, why don't y'all call in?
Peace out, media.
Yeah. I like his little sign-offs. Those are cute at the end of them. Just win. I don't care if it's winning. You can moon them at the end for all I care.
If we were 1-8 and he said peace out, media,
I would be cursing on the air right now. I mean, they did a good job. I'm a